CNBC बाजार प्रस्तुत करता है क्रिप्टो कॉर्नर पावर्ड बाय बाइनेंस।
नमस्कार, स्वागत है आपका। और क्रिप्टो से जुड़ी जानकारी हम आपको आज यहाँ पर सारी की सारी देंगे और हमारे साथ इसके लिए खास मेहमान भी जुड़ रहे हैं। क्रिप्टो कॉर्नर में आज हमारे साथ यहाँ पर बने हुए हैं MassPay के CEO रैन ग्रुशकॉस्की। रैन, बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे साथ आज यहाँ पर समय निकालने के लिए। रिसेंटली आपने नेट 30 को नेट ज़ीरो करने के फेवर में यहाँ पर बात की है, जिसकी वजह से इंस्टेंट पेमेंट्स हो पाएंगी। किस तरह का ये सिनेरियो है और कॉर्पोरेट लिक्विडिटी थोड़ी सी यहाँ पर टाइट है, तो मूविंग फ्रॉम नेट 30 टू नेट मिनट्स किस तरह से आप देखते हैं कि ये वर्ल्ड को, वर्किंग सिनेरियो को चेंज करेगा?
Well, the demand for real time is a real thing, and it's both driven by consumers and businesses that serve consumers. And that's why we believe that stablecoins and the growing propagation of real-time rails globally is starting to meet the demand. There are obviously issues or challenges with meeting real-time demand of liquidity globally, specifically cross-border. And that's why companies like myself, MassPay, exist to try to streamline the process for businesses so they can move money efficiently. What it means to those businesses is that you mentioned less strain on financial operations. They have more liquidity in the system because they don't have to wait to receive the money. And it's trickling down to the consumers who do not have to access capital through lending. So we believe we're going to see some maybe shrinking of the demand for lending because people are going to have access to their earned wages, if you will, faster.
Ron, if you talk about stable coins as an overall volume, and the market seems to have increased quite a bit, and it's increasingly being used as a cross-border speed and hedging tool as well. How are you looking at markets overall going forward?
So stablecoins are here to stay and are definitely growing in demand. And the fact that, at least in the US, there's more established legal framework that enables the institutions, the financial institutions, the banks to participate in it is only going to accelerate the utility of it. The reason it's going to be growing tremendously is because now the banks, who are really the gateways for safe storage and transmission of funds, are not participating, which means we're going to see a lot more businesses accessing it. The challenges are still both from a compliance perspective and operations perspective, and that's why at MassPay we participate in both the fiat and the crypto world to really become the bridge between them. We see a tremendous growth in countries that are more sensitive to fluctuation of exchange rates, like India, and that's why we believe there's going to be more commerce happening using stablecoins, and then that allows the local businesses to convert it to local currency, in the case of Indian rupee, whenever the FX is more favorable. So we believe there's going to be a lot more businesses in, again, countries like India that prefer to receive funds through stablecoins because it's going to be faster. They're going to peg it to the US dollar, which tends to be a more stable currency, no pun intended, and then convert it to local currency at a favorable timing, optimizing for exchange rate. Whereas today, they get paid maybe through a Swift wire, very, very late or very long to receive the funds, less trackable, and you don't control the exchange rates. Here you're going to have the benefits of both worlds. And now that the banks are participating in it, we're very confident that globally, more central banks are going to recognize that this is a more secure way, a compliant way, and gives real-time availability of funds. So we're very bullish on the growth of stablecoins.
Ron, also, how many currencies globally are you handling, and what is your sense on what kind of infrastructure is being used? I'm assuming rapid forex volatility is something that you're watching out for as well.
So at MassPay, we are supporting virtually any currency, a tradable currency around the world. The number of currencies keeps on increasing every day because there are new stable coins being issued. There's a recent one that was issued in the US by Visa and some other institutions. So there's always growth on propagation of different currencies. It's our job to make it easy for whomever our clients want to pay to choose the preferred way for them to get paid. And that's why we trying to support however somebody wants to get paid. So in the case of India, whether it's UPI or a stablecoin, it's our job to ensure that people have the optionality whenever they receive. And for our clients, whenever they send.
And when you look at the cross-border flows, I'm assuming they are heavily scrutinized for anti-money laundering and KYC compliances. How are you strategizing on moving along with that?
So compliance is both a hurdle, but also an enabler. Once you have a really good grip on compliance and you have great procedures in place, it enables you to move faster. And in the economy of real time, understanding how to do compliance efficiently is a necessity. Because if it takes you a long time to review a transaction, you are no longer in the real time realm. And that's what we built MassPay on that premise, that we'll be able to, in real time, assess whether the transaction is safe on both the send and the receive end, be able to review, collect the documentation, process them all in real time. And we believe that this is a great enabler once you understand compliance and you have a strong compliance team. Matter of fact, the largest department in our company is a compliance department. So we take compliance very seriously, and that's what enables us and our partners to facilitate this amazing network all over the world.
And there also is a lot of conversation about not just moving money real time, but with a good speed, efficiency, and some sense of aligning it with revenues. How are you looking at turning it into a competitive advantage?
So we're still living in a landscape that is primarily not real time. And companies that are earlier adapters of paying their vendors, paying their users, paying commissions in real time becomes both a competitive advantage. So that enables them to potentially retain clients that would have churned otherwise, obviously acquire clients or vendors, negotiate better terms with them. And ultimately, we have very large clients that are charging a premium for somebody to get paid faster. So if you want to get paid standard, 3-5 days, maybe it's free or low cost. But if you want to get paid instantly, they can charge you some percentage points. So what used to be a cost center to send somebody money can now become a profit center, or at least breaking even, because you can charge them for the availability of funds faster. And we've seen some tremendous growth with some of our clients. Matter of fact, one of them was able to double the revenue once they start charging for real time. And it's a very, very meaningful number. So this is really a paradigm shift, and companies need to start to understand that it both can potentially become a profit center, but at minimum, it will allow them to be super competitive and differentiate from the pack.
रान, बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे लिए आज यहाँ पर समय निकालने के लिए। तो क्लियरली वो बताते हुए कि आगे जाकर बाजार में इमीडिएट मनी ट्रांसफर, क्रॉस बॉर्डर पेमेंट्स यहाँ पर होंगी, और क्लियरली ट्रांसपेरेंसी एक यहाँ पर इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है। और जैसे उन्होंने कहा, हंड्रेड्स ऑफ करेंसीज, काफ़ी सारी कंट्रीज़ के अक्रॉस के ऊपर वो फिलहाल यहाँ पर काम कर रहे हैं, जहाँ पर ट्रस्ट, क्रेडिबिलिटी, ट्रांसपेरेंसी और किस तरह से हर कंट्री के अपने रेगुलेशंस हैं, उसको वो यहाँ पर साथ में काम करते हुए।
CNBC बाजार प्रस्तुत करता है क्रिप्टो कॉर्नर, पावर्ड बाय बाइनेंस।